I'm Jessica Thomas, Director of Patient Education at NETRF. Today, we are going to talk about something that many people experience, and that is anxiety for preparing for a doctor or specialist appointment. How can we overcome that? And what tools could we use to help? So I'm going to share an acronym, and it's called PREPARE. And this acronym will have some tools and resources to help you as you are getting prepared to go to your doctor's visit, and then also as you're in your doctor's visit. So the first one is, first letter is P, and that stands for preparing your symptoms. So over the time that you saw your provider last and when you're seeing them now, have you tracked any new or worsening symptoms? Have you had any medication side effects or changes in your daily patterns? Now, your doctor's not going to want to see everything, so it's good to have a summary of the things that you've been experiencing, the changes that you're experiencing. And it's also really important to have a conversation with your doctor to know what symptoms they want to know at interval times versus when do you need to immediately report a symptom or a change. Now, the R stands for reviewing recent test results. So if you are going to a specialist and you're bringing stuff from your primary care doctor or from your local oncologist, make sure that you bring all the lab work, the scans, the things that are needed. Or at your appointment, you might be going over the lab work, the scans, the medical reports to identify any changes or concerns, or possibly even just to reinforce that there are no concerns or changes. The E stands for ensuring your medication list is updated. This is something you can do on a proactive level to put together a list of all your medications, both your prescriptions, over-the-counter medications, and supplements that you take. And a lot of anxiety lies in this next one. This stands for P, which is prioritizing your questions. It's important to write down your questions ahead of time and then to prioritize them. Your doctor is going to have time to spend with you. They are not going to have a lot of time. So it's important to prioritize those questions to in the order that of importance for you. Then the A is ask about treatment updates. Inquire about what's new in the field for neuroendocrine cancer. And there's a lot of things that are new and happening. Ask about clinical trials or any adjustments to your current plan. The R is important for this because we want to record important information. I don't know if you've ever went to the doctor. I have, where I got back in the car and I had not recorded something and I didn't quite remember it the same way. So making sure that you're recording any important information, take notes, or bring someone that you trust to help capture the key details. And E. E stands for engaging in the next steps. So here you're going to clarify any follow-up appointments that you have, any additional tests that need to be done, or any lifestyle changes to stay proactive in your care. Preparing for a doctor's appointment can be overwhelming, but I hope that this acronym can help you to feel more prepared in your next doctor's visit. Let's see what other people are doing to help prepare for their doctor's visits.
Hi, I'm here to talk about what I do to get ready for my doctor's appointment. So, what I like to do is take a symptom tracker. It can be something really fun like your calendar, and that gives your doctor a visual timeline of how you've been doing since you last saw him. Symptoms, side effects of drugs, diet, wearing a smartwatch like this and what that has been showing. And I like to also ask him at the beginning, if I don't have someone with me, does he mind if I record the visit so I can listen back to it later and come up with things that I might not have thought of before. I also like to ask, what's the next step at the end of the visit? And, maybe what's this going to cost me, especially if it's in terms of, did he prescribe something new? What's that? Is it going to be covered by my insurance? And what's the next step? So, and then also for the waiting room, do not forget to bring you a nice book to read. You might be sitting there for a while. And do not forget to bring a trusty soft sweater or scarf. Zebra, of course, because it's usually pretty cold in those waiting rooms. So that's it, folks. Those are my tips. Thanks.
As a caregiver, I'm super grateful to be able to help my mother prepare for her appointments. Now, this looks different depending on what appointment it is, but we've learned early on that sometimes the best prep for an appointment is just to have the support going into the appointment, knowing that you're not going to be in the room alone. Also, we've learned to look at all test results before appointments. Now, I'm just going to say this probably won't work for everybody because you are putting yourself in a position to read something that can be a little bit scary. And without the medical support around, it could send you into quite a whirlwind. But we use our time, we look at the results, and we use our time to formulate questions to get the most out of each appointment. Now, this is going to look different for everybody, but I will say that as time goes on, you will find a way that works for you.
Hi. Before I go to the doctor, I do a bunch of things. My goal is always to walk into the doctor's appointment and have a conversation with the doctor about what we're going to do next. So I try to get as up to speed as I can by making a list of questions ahead of time and often using things like ChatGPT to look at my scan results and help me aggregate both questions I should be asking my doctors, but some ideas. So when I walked into my doctor's appointment, sometimes I feel like I already know what he's going to tell me. And the objective of the appointment is less about sitting there and listening to him tell me what's wrong and more about me already understanding what I'm going through and discussing options with him on how to move forward. So that's how I prep. I hope you do some interesting stuff too, and can't wait to learn what other people are doing. Thank you.